Hello there, and welcome to another video for today. Yes, for today. I wasn't sure what I was saying for a minute there. Actually, I'm going to start again. Scratch that. Video, and today I'm back here at Jarrow Cemetery for a little look around it once again. I'm going to try and look at some areas I didn't show in the last two videos, but once again, unfortunately it is not too far off closing time. I don't know how it keeps happening, bro. I keep getting here a bit too late, but I didn't even think I was going to make it here, so you know, so it's a plus anyway. So at least I'm here anyway, so that's the main thing. So at the minute I found this one spot where there's some sun, because over there is all under the trees and it's rather dark, dull and murky. So I thought I'll try and get me opening here right next to the in a sunny spot, but I don't know if it's going to be too overexposed, you never know. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk around and I'm going to pretty much keep rolling because I haven't got much time and stuff. And actually I'm right next to a very recent grave here. It hasn't got a headstone on yet or anything. I don't know if they're putting one on. It just says Grandad. Here it is. This is a recent grave, and this is in the old section actually. So I haven't actually showed you around this part of the old section. There's another old section over the other side, but this is the other bit I didn't show the last time. So we'll have a look around. Like I say, the lighting's not too good down here because it's all under the trees for the most part. But we will have a look around. And there's not that many graves here. I think some of them have been removed. There's a really old one here, as you can see. I think it's the ancient, this one. I'm guessing they're just, I don't think they're any particular type of bush that's grown on there, to my knowledge, but probably just some sort of weed type thing. I'm not sure though. I'm no expert on plants. And this one here is from 1931. Michael Trainer and Mary Trainer. So this is just a little plaque here. It's been here for years. Like I say, this is mainly the old section, but there is some more recent ones scattered about amongst them, like over here somewhere. I've got to keep an eye on the time as usual. And this one's from let's see, 1972. Mary Jane, wasn't that Spider-Man's girlfriend, Peter Parker's girlfriend, Mary Jane? And John McCurry and someone called Joseph. Right. So there is some more what looks like recent ones, more recent, I don't know how recent, over here. Mark, whoa, I know, they fell over there like I say, I've got this vertigo problem, and I've just had some chips with vinegar on. I think I might be allergic to salt and vinegar, or at least vinegar, not the salt, not so much the salt but the vinegar. Anyway, this is Mark and Garrett Thompson. Oh, these are children's graves, I believe. This must be the children's section, I think. There's some more over here. This Carmel Ruin, I think it says. See the full word. Oh yeah, there's Carmel Ruin. And that's from 1989. And there's a squirrel. I think I've just spotted a squirrel. So I've only seen rabbits in here so far. That's the first squirrel I've seen in here, to be honest. On the times I've been in here, I think I just walked across a grave that didn't have a headstone on there. I didn't fall through. like you know, if you know what I mean, sink down into a grave. I've heard of that happening before, like really old ones. Here we have one from actually 2001, 2015 and 1993. 1, 2, 4 people buried here, I think. Was it 3? No, 4, something like that. Anyway, I'm using a different camera here. It's the one I've just got recently. I did a little test video on the channel of it, but I don't think it's doing very well, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not using, well, I was going to say I'm not using the usual camera, but I sometimes switch between cameras. I've got a few and what have you. Right, and just going to continue along here. This is like a, it's not a proper path, but it's like worn into the grass type path, so it is technically still a path, but that's where I'm walking at the minute. And there's lots of graves over here that's got lots of ivy all over. As you can probably see here, lots of ivy growing all over these graves. And I think that one over there, if you can see it, I'm pointing in the right direction, this one here, I'm not sure, but it looks like it was meant to have a big something else on the top. There's like a little flower pot thing on the top there, I noticed, but it looks like it was meant to have like a huge cross on the top or something similar, you know, maybe an obelisk or something. I'm not sure. But so we will now venture over here. I haven't actually looked at most of these graves before, I don't think, or maybe a long time ago. So I'm looking at one here now, which is from 2004, the last one buried here. So it's John O'Connor. Say the guy from Terminator, isn't it? John Connor, not O'Connor. Mary Elizabeth O'Connor and Mary O'Connor. That was 2004 was the last one. And over here we have none other than Jesus, but sadly he seems to have lost his hands. I don't know how that happened. Probably the weather and age, you know, over the years he's deteriorated, but he's still mostly there apart from his hands. I think he's trying to tell us something, you know, I want my hands back, basically. I think that's what he's trying to say. I think he's praying to get his hands back. And I don't mean any offence to anyone by that, I'm just cracking a joke. I'm just winging it here. I'm just you know, ad-libbing, shall we say. I'm not trying to offend anyone or anything, so I do apologise if I offended anyone who may happen to be religious or Christian who's watching this. That was not my intentions. So yeah, just so you know. And plus, I'm on the good side anyway. I'm in favour of the Christian side of things, especially considering what's going on at the minute around in the world and stuff. So, and some nice trees here, I tell you. So I know where to come now if I need a Christmas tree, I'll tell you that much. Of course, I'm just joking. I don't even have a Christmas tree. I never have Christmas trees. And there's a cross on the ground here, unfortunately. I think they've just laid that down because it must have either fell off or was about to fall off, so they put it next to it instead. Maybe they plan on fixing it at some point, I'm not sure. Hopefully they do. I'm going to head over here onto this path now. A proper path, it's an actual tarmac path, not a grass mud path type of thing. So yep. And today is not the best weather day. It was raining about 2:30, and then it stopped for a bit, and then the weather forecast online said that it wasn't going to rain anymore, or it implied it wasn't. It said it was going to be cloudy with a little bit of sunny intervals type of thing. But as I was heading down here, it did start to bloody rain again, but not much, thankfully. So it's held off for the minute, and I've now arrived here where there's another load of graves covered in ivy, as you can probably see. Really old ones. Just going to take a closer look here. There you go. Covered in ivy. Been here for centuries, pretty much. And I think I'm going to need to sit down actually, because I need another drink. I haven't had much to drink actually. I had something to eat, but I didn't have much to drink. And I've pointed this out before, but there's no toilets in Jarrow or Heaven anywhere. Well, unless you go to Morrison's, which is miles away from where I was. Towards an obelisk, which appears to be black, as far as I can tell from here. We didn't see this last time, I don't think. And there's another obelisk over there as well, but it isn't a black one, it's like a grey colour. And my feet are soaking off this grass. God damn. Yeah, the grass is a lot wetter than I thought it would be. It didn't rain that much, but boy, are my feet wet right now. It's very spongy, this grass, very spongy. Bit like some of my friends. No, just joking. But spongy, stingy. I think I'm getting spongy mixed up with stingy, or something like that. Now, spongy means they're constantly taking things off you, doesn't it? Anyway, I was only joking about that, of course. It's just a play on words. But I've just arrived at this rather large obelisk, which is black, and here it is. I don't know if you can see against the sky, because I can't see it. I haven't got the screen on my camera. Like I say, I haven't adjusted the settings to keep the screen on, but if I keep the screen on, the battery's going to run out quicker. Actually, oh, it's still going. I didn't check to see if I was still recording there. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but whenever you watch a movie, like especially like a Hollywood movie or something, if there's a scene in the cemetery, usually in the scene there'll be graves with obelisks. There are obelisks. Like if you watch Rain Man, for example, the scene where they're at the cemetery to visit, well, they're at the funeral for Charlie and Raymond Babbitt's father, I think, and there's, in that scene there's about maybe 3 or 4 obelisks in the shot. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. We've seen loads of films like that. So we've got Eleanor Charlton and George Worth Charlton. I wonder who they were. Do you think they were famous, maybe? Like famous in Jarrow? They must have been rich, that's for sure, because this must have cost a pretty penny, this thing. And over here, by the way, we've got these rather strange looking seats. These are obviously more recent seats than the other ones. These are like weird curved shaped things. They can't be good for your back, these seats, that's for sure. I haven't actually sat on these ones, but I'm going to try and find a different seat. That doesn't look too comfortable to me. So I'm going to head over here. I'm just going to see what this sign says here. Caution! Memorials within this cemetery may be unsafe. Any memorial laid flat should only be reinstated by an approved professional. The notice at the entrance provides further information and a contact address. Ah, oh well. At least I know that now. I thought some of them weren't that safe, to be honest. I've just noticed there's a grave over here that looks like a football shirt for Newcastle United football team. Yep, that's exactly what it is, but I think I'm at the back of it. And a football vase. That's unique. I haven't seen one of them before. Yep. John David Roberts. Obviously you must have been a fan of the football team. Actually, speaking of Newcastle United, I was looking on, where was it, findagrave.com I think it was, or somewhere, and I looked up Sir Bobby Robson. I found his grave. Apparently he's buried in, I think it was Lancaster or Lancaster in County Durham, and it had some pictures of his grave. And his grave was a lot less elaborate than some of the ones in here, actually, and he was famous. He even nearly took the England team to win the World Cup, apparently. I don't know how many times he was manager of the England team. Was it just once or several times? I'm not a football fan, so I don't even know. So I don't know how many times he managed the England team. Was it more than once? It was the time when Gaza, wasn't it, when Gaza was on the team when he was manager of England? Does anyone know? You know when Gaza famously was crying his eyes out or something for some reason? And I don't think it was because he got his electricity bill in that week. I think it was another reason. Something to do with the football, I think. So I cannot read this one because there's some flowers in the way. 2018 though. Actually, I think this is the area. I think this is might have been the area I was in the dark once, and I recorded somebody speaking in a Scottish accent, but I could be wrong. I think it was somewhere around here. Seems familiar. But yeah, that's on me. If you want to check that out, that's on one of me Jarrow Cemetery paranormal investigation videos, which is on YouTube on my channel here. So we've got what? Gordon Johnson, Rachel Johnson, 2016 and 2007, and Elizabeth Rymo. Was that 2006? Alright. I don't recognise her, that I can tell anyway. You never know, some of these photographs, you know, you might have seen these, you could have, like I say, you could have, I said on my last video, I think you could have passed some of these people in the street in the past, and you might have seen them, but you probably wouldn't remember them, because you can't remember everyone's face, you know, that you passed over the years. So, makes you wonder though. John Michael Richardson, 2006. Hang on a minute. Oh. There's a photograph here. Try and get a closer look. Ah. Well, I don't think I recognise him, but that photograph looks like is it a wedding or something? Maybe. So I'm near the centre of the cemetery here by the looks of it, because there's a cross. I did a cemetery tour years ago, and I did feature that cross on the opening titles in the middle there. I had a tripod. Oh, fell over there, something there. I did have a tripod with us when I did those videos, for the most part, at least most of it, not all of it. Right, just going to give a bit of a pan round here if I can. The lighting isn't great right now, but it's not the worst, because the sun is still out a bit, but not much. Because this is mainly under the trees here, mostly. Actually, there's past something here that reminds me of something. I'll just show you that in a minute. Some very nice ornaments over here, that's for sure. Mary Tuck, 2014. And I don't remember this one. Peter Coyle, 2013. Doesn't ring a bell, this, unless they replaced it with a different grave from when I was here last time. So it might have been before this when I was last year, I'm not sure. But over here there's another rather elaborate one. Actually, my cousin's buried in here somewhere, but I don't know whereabouts. He's called Andrew. But I doubt I'll find that tonight rather. It's already 12 minutes past 7 and it shuts at 8 o'clock, and it starts to get dark around 8ish now. The nights are really cutting in, you know. Ken Bedlington, 2014. This one's very nice. David Rundle, 2015. William Bill Byrne, 2014. Yeah, I have a habit of nearly getting locked in cemeteries lately. I nearly got locked in the Hebburn one the other week. I mentioned that in another video. I got a lift from the guy that was locking the gate down to the gate. He gave us a lift in his car just to get us to the gate quicker, because he was going to lock up, you know. So I have to watch so I don't get locked in here again. Well, nearly get locked in. Terence Swinney, 86. Now, I'm going around in circles here. what I was going to show you was something reminded us of something. What the hell was that? Oh shit, I just tripped over something. I'm going to show you it wasn't a squirrel I tripped over, it was something else. Oh yeah, this one here, this grave here, it's like a shape like a piece of rock. It's just like been found or something, like, you know. It reminds me of who was it again? I think it was a famous actor. I think it was Richard Burton. I think Richard Burton, I believe, is buried in the grave similar to that. But I think he's buried in was it Switzerland or Austria or something? I forget now. Somewhere like that. He's buried in another country, I know. That reminds me, I've still yet to watch the movie The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. I still haven't watched that one yet, but I want to watch it, because he's the main actor in it, I believe, or one of them. He plays the priest, Richard Burton does, in Exorcist 2, The Heretic. Not many people like that one apparently, but I've got it, I've had it a while. I've only got it on DVD, but I still want to watch it. I haven't got the Blu-ray. A lot of nice flowers here. I think they're not real ones, but very nice colours and everything, and what have you. I'm going to see if I can spot me cousin's grave while I'm here. I doubt I'll find it, like I say, but Henry N. Mason. The Mason thing stood out there. I don't know why. The name Mason. Of course, I like James Mason. Of course, he's long since passed away, but he was in one of my favourite TV movies, which was Stephen King's Salem's Lot, which also starred David Soul, of course, who I met once, and I said, I really liked you in Salem's Lot, and he goes, oh really? Yeah, he was well impressed that well, he wasn't, but you know what I mean. And speaking of James Mason, when he was in Salem's Lot, I always try to do an impression of him, but it's not a very good one. Mr. Barlow, be very pleased to meet you. Yes, he will. Mr. Barlow, I have 2 black suits. Would you like to see them, officer? Or whatever name he used. I can't remember what the police guy was called. Something like that. But, yes, Mr. Barlow, be very pleased to meet you. Yes, he will. Yeah, James Mason was great. He was in Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest as well, with Cary Grant. Very good film, of course. I think it was Eva Mary Saint was in that with him as well. I like all the Hitchcock movies, so I bet there's a hell of a lot of people in here who've seen a lot of the Hitchcock films, and probably lots of other movies as well, you know. But the trouble is, you'll not be able to find out. Well, I won't, because I can't do the paranormal stuff. I've had to quit. I've had to go cold turkey with the paranormal investigating, unfortunately. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but that's the way it is. There's quite a few nice trees in here, if I do say so for my damn self. To quote a line from Chevy Chase, because one of my favourite movies is Fletch with Chevy Chase, and the second one, Fletch Lives. Yeah, I really like Chevy Chase. Anthony Mordew, Hilda Burgess, William Burgess. I used to know someone called Burgess who lived around the corner at the top of my street. It's called Alan Burgess and Stephen Burgess, 2 brothers. I don't know if that's any relation here, but I'll have a look. Actually, it doesn't say. Doesn't mention Stephen or Alan, so I don't know. Well, I just made a massive blunder. I was actually recording. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, so I've been talking for ages. I don't know how long. And the battery had actually ran out, and I hadn't realised because the screen wasn't on. So I thought it was still recording. I forgot to check the flashing light. So that was a bit of a blunder and a half. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a rather elaborate one. It's slightly leaning now, it must be subsidence. Daniel Luke Naylor. Very nice photo of him there. Looks like he might have been at, I don't know, some sort of sports. Into some sort of sports or something. So I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if you can see. but we actually screen's gone off again. I don't know how to keep the screen on. I'll have to look up on the instructions or something. But the light's getting worse in here, I must admit. So we'll just have a look around over here again. Patricia Nichols 2018. Oh no, Terry 2018, the other one's 1986. Fred Walton. Got a car on there. Must be a keen car fanatic or something. Interested in cars. I've not been into cars that much myself, like. Jimmy Gardner. I used to build some model cars, that's about it, years ago. But then I became ill. I think it might have been something to do with the paint fumes or the glue I was using. I was definitely ill though around that time. Once again, I was trying to find me cousin's grave, but I don't have a clue where it is. So it really is like looking for a needle in a haystack. And there's one here with no name on or no headstone. So that must be kind of recent. And I'm not sure, but I think a rabbit might have been digging a hole here. That's what it looks like. Pesky little rabbits there. This is Norma Callahan and Harry Callahan. Harry Callahan, isn't that Dirty Harry? Clint Eastwood shares the same name with Clint Eastwood's famous Dirty Harry character. Harry Callahan, 1990. I'm not sure what the lighting is like here. I don't know what it's going to come out like on this, but it doesn't seem that bright because, like I say, the nights are starting to get darker earlier now, so I will have to be making a move soon. I don't know how long this video is going to be because basically what was I saying? That's what I was talking about. Well, I don't know how long the light's going to last, and secondly, I don't want to get locked in because it's quite the way to walk back to the gate type of thing. So Lillian Hall. Right. Oh, what's this over here? This looks different. Why is that sideways like that? There's a headstone here. It's like totally sideways against the tree. I don't know why it's like that. Oh, it's been moved for some reason. I don't know why. Anyone know why this would have been moved into that position like that? It's like wedged into the tree type of thing, you know. Mary Ann Moores. I haven't seen any rabbits today. Oh, I've seen one squirrel. There's way more squirrels in Heaven Cemetery, that's for sure. And if you can hear a clinking sound, that's the guy with his dog over there, I think. Apart from that, I'm not sure. And what do we have here? We have Christina McLean, 1940. Was that 44 or 41? 41. Couldn't focus there. Mary Robertson, 1975. This is quite an old one as well. And over here we have James Lusk from 1935. That's quite an old one as well. An older one behind it, I think, from the looks of things. Mary Elizabeth Wills, age 33, 1918. That is an old one. Still not seeing any names I recognise yet, unfortunately. Now this camera I'm using, apparently it's meant to be a 4K camera, but I don't actually use 4K myself because I haven't got any equipment to play 4K stuff. Well, I do have a projector, but apart from that, I don't have a TV that's 4K. It's just a 1080p one. But I wouldn't want to put my YouTube videos on the projector anyway. I'm not really interested in doing that. So I don't need to use 4K. And plus, I think the 4K on this camera isn't true 4K. apparently, but I have ordered one that does do proper 4K. But yet again, I probably won't be using it because it takes up too much space on your phone and what have you, and the camera on the memory card and stuff, you know. So I think I'll just stick with the 1080p and what have you for the minute at least, until I win the lottery. I don't actually play the lottery, I was just joking, but my dad used to. He did win some bits and pieces, bits of money here and there, small amounts, nothing major, but he didn't win the jackpot or anything, you know. So, well, once again, it's kind of an old section here, but there's some new ones near the path, like more recent. Raymond, and there's one here called John Edwin Hill, Jane Elizabeth, and John Edwin, I already said that, Raymond. There's from years ago, 1983. I think it was the same year that the film The Entity was made, 1983. And a film called Brainstorm with Natalie Wood and what's his face? Christopher Walken. Couldn't think of his name for a second there. I found a seat though. I'm gonna have to sit down, I think, and have a bit of a drink in a minute. And over here there's another statue, but you cannot really go too well. It warns you on that sign I was reading. Probably won't be the same. It's Jesus again, but he's against the light, so it's a bit dull over here. I think he's lost an arm or something, or a hand again. What is it with these Jesus statues? Keep losing their hands around here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to. I better not go down there. There's people doing things down there. I better not, you know, get in the way of that. I've just come across Ernie's grave by accident again. I showed that on my first video I shot here a couple of weeks back or so, 3 weeks ago or something. I think the lighting's worse here now than it was when I came last time. So, yeah. There's no one leaning quite a bit here. Quite a dip here. Down in the dip. Daniel Sloey. Well, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna have to sit down for a minute. Well, I'm having that much needed sit down. The lighting's not very good over here though, unfortunately. But there's some people in a car over there, so I don't want to disturb them. Where the next seat is, there's another seat over there somewhere. There's no other seat near here, and I'm parking right away down our end. But it's starting to look rather dull again, like it might rain again. I'm probably going to get soaked on the way back, I hope not. And I do have some paracetamols with us, because I'm in a lot of pain at the minute and stuff, so got them. I'll probably need them on the way back, I should imagine. So I was going to have a drink, wasn't I? So I better get me drink out. And here we have it, the rest of me drink. It's actually, I've been having trouble getting water, you know, like packs of water lately from Asda. Like I usually buy a pack of 12 bottles like this, and lately all the Asda's own make ones are always sold out. In fact, they're not even listed anymore. I don't know if they've stopped making them. I hope not. So I've had to get these ones. These were the only ones left, called Nestle Pure Life. That's ironic. I'm in a cemetery with a bottle of water called Pure Life. But anyway, that's just a coincidence. Wasn't planned that way or anything. Some people making noise over there. I don't know who's coming along. So, but I'm gonna have a what time is it? I'll check the time first. Let's check the time. It is 7:36, so I better be getting a move on because it's going to be closing, and it's going to be getting darker, and I haven't got night vision, so that'll be no good. Well, I have got night vision, but not with us, you know, obviously. Because any of you that have watched some of the other videos will know that I do have a lot of night vision cameras. At least I presume you would. So, but I haven't got them with us today. Right, I better be heading off out, I think, more or less, because the lighting's going bad, and it'll be shutting as well. Oh, the trouble is, just realised something. And Agnes Devlin and George Dunn, 2004, 2006. George Main, 1925, or 2007. What's that? 1926, 2015. M. Well, I don't think once again I'm going to find the cousin's grave, unfortunately. Ran out of time. Johnny Fennick. I wonder if he's any relation to the Fennicks, people that own that famous department store in Newcastle upon Tyne called Fennicks. They're famous for their famous Christmas window displays. It's Christmas, obviously, and stuff. Agnes Race. That's an interesting name, Race. Stephen oh, I think this is one of my cousins. But yeah, sadly he passed away. He went missing and he was found in the river next to the Tyne Bridge, I think, or somewhere along there. If this is the right one, I think it is. Yeah. Edinburgh, I heard about him a lot, you know. He was sort of like a cousin. Well, actually, that, yeah, he is one of my cousins. But I might have met him, but it was a long time ago when I was younger, maybe. So I don't really remember. Yeah, but 1999 that was. 47. I thought he was younger than that. Maybe it's the wrong grave, I'm not sure. Maybe it's possible people could have the same name, you know. You know, I guess there's a lot of people with the same names, same first name and surname, you know. And this area over here, for some reason, is rather empty. Like it's just like lots of grass and not many graves. For some reason, it's a bit lighter over here because it's a bit out of the way of some of the trees and stuff. But like I say, I better be heading out of here because it's going to be closing soon. And you never know, they might even show it earlier. It's starting to get dark before 8 o'clock. Actually, I think it gets dark around 8 o'clock or just after, something like that. There's some rabbits. I don't know if you can see them on the screen, but there's about 3 or 4, possibly 5 rabbits running over there. This is usually the part where you see the rabbits. Well, I do anyway. So I'm presuming there must be graves under here. There's lots of dips in the ground. It's probably just old graves under here. They removed all the headstones, you know. That's probably why it looks so empty. That's why they've probably not buried anyone else here. And someone's left a bottle here. So, right then. I'm not sure how long I've been here for. Well, I don't know how long I've been talking for because I lost some of my footage because the battery ran out. Like I keep telling you. So I'm a bit upset about that, to say the least. But these things happen sometimes, especially when you're using a camera you're not used to, a new camera, you know, which is what this is. But I've got another new camera on the way which is supposed to be better than this one. Well, supposedly. Well, I know it's definitely better in some areas, but this one's still not too bad. Let us know what you think about this camera and the video and everything, quality and stuff. Have you got any real problems with it or anything? Do you see anything? You know, let us know what you think if you can. Not many people usually do when I ask them these questions, but it's worth asking nevertheless. Just like to know what you all think about stuff and what have you. So I think I'm going to head out of here now and go home for something. Well, I don't need my tea yet because I just had something to eat not long ago. So, and what was that? I thought I just saw something. Oh, it's a rabbit. Rabbit on the outside of the cemetery, just on the other side of the fence. It's like a metal fence. Yep, that's definitely a bunny rabbit. I wonder why there's more rabbits in here than squirrels. Because Heaven Cemetery mainly has squirrels. They're everywhere. If you watch me other video where I'm at Heaven Cemetery, You should see me with the squirrels. Had a right old time with the squirrels in there, I tell you. But yeah, they're fun. They're fun to be around those squirrels, I'll tell you that much. You can have lots of fun with the squirrels, that's for sure. Not so much with the rabbits, because the rabbits don't come anywhere near you, for the most part. And it's very dark under here, I'll tell you that much. There's more rabbits running around. Right. Well, that'll have to be it for now, because I'm in absolute agony, and I'm going to have to take some paracetamol, unfortunately. So, as you can see, there's someone behind us here. I think he's quite rudely got his back to us for some reason. But I guess he's been like that for years, so I can't take it too personally or anything. I don't think it's anything I said or anything, or done. Hope not anyway. But, I don't know his name actually, I didn't check. But anyway, I'd just like to thank you very much for watching this video once again. And if you did enjoy any of it, please can you give us a thumbs up, and I'll be very grateful for that, very thankful. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see any more videos at some point from me. And if you've got anything to say or ask me, or any questions you want to ask that I've asked in this video, not that I asked many, I think I asked a couple, one or two, just hit us with a comment underneath, and I shall get back to you as soon as possible. But for now, I'm gonna have to say ta-ta for now, because well, basically I'm in agony and the place is gonna shut, and the light is going down rather fast. So I better get going. Okay, so I'll catch you all next time, and thanks very much for watching. So ta-ra for now. Ta-ra now.